Good morning. It's very chilly outside today. Well, chilly for Florida. I think it was around like 45 degrees when I took Bo out this morning. But hi, I got this cute new bandana. Take a look. I'll do a little spin for you all. Do we like? Anywho, hi. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to today's video. I think I just want to share with you all some of my creative goals for this year and some things that I'm looking forward to. I basically just want to make a lot of art. I want to make a lot of art. I'm in like a figuring out / transitional phase where I'm kind of honing in on my niche, which really means discovering what I like and what I don't like. So that's the main focus for this year, is to investigate, give myself permission to change my mind, and just make a lot of art. Try a lot of new things. This morning, however, I am in week 11. I've been really taking my time with the last couple of weeks of the Artist Way. I think subconsciously I'm trying to savor it because I don't want it to be over. It's a 12-week book for those of you that don't know. It's about a spiritual pathway to unlocking a higher creativity. Basically for any artist that has been blocked and is trying to recover. And boy, have I been blocked for a minute now. I don't even think I realized how blocked I was until I started going through this book and started seeing how many ideas I actually have. So yeah, I think I'm taking it slow because subconsciously I don't want the book to be over. But I'm also really using the tools that it's taught me to tap into my creative self. And I think it's gonna take me a minute to continue unlearning some of the behaviors and habits and patterns that have kept me blocked for so long. And it's gonna take me a minute to learn new ways and new behaviors and patterns. It's just gonna take practice, which is why I just wanna create and just make a bunch of art this year. I get the question a lot, what do I do? And everything that I do, if you don't know, my channel name is Lexi Dahlia, which is me, but my artist account and my business is Mindful Living. So when people say, what do? I basically just say that I help others navigate the human experience more mindfully by curating goods and services, which that is true. That's the broad scope of what I love to do and what I'm aiming to do. But I feel like I don't have an exact style. I feel like I'm still developing my style and my creative voice, which I'm literally 25 years old. I don't want to put this like immense pressure to have everything figured out because I think that's gonna make me want to stop creating. So I'm trying to take things day by day and give myself space to try new things and figure out what I like and don't like. I think that's the biggest problem, is that I've had such pressure on myself to make good art that I never gave myself permission to try new things and be bad at something, quote unquote. And I feel like that's gonna be this year. I feel like it's a transitional year where I'm really gonna step into my niche. I'm gonna start to find my style. I'm gonna start to fine tune it. I'm gonna start to define it. So that's my main goal, along with a couple other things like creative things that I want to try, but I'll be sharing them throughout the video. But that's kind of the gist of what my goal is for today's video. So as usual, we must start it with morning pages. I do have to admit, I don't do these every single morning. The book recommends that you do them every single day, and I 100% want to get to that point because I've seen such a benefit of journaling out a stream of consciousness. But there's just some days that I just don't prioritize it and don't make time for it. So although I film it a lot, it's not like I'm doing it every single day. So I want to get to that point, but just know I don't do them every single day. I'm going to do this week's reading in the Artist Way. I'm going to make some art, and I'm going to talk about some things that I want to accomplish this year while also remaining very loose and giving myself space to change my mind, like I said. So let's go. Join me. Howdy muchachos. Silly old me ended up playing Stardew Valley the rest of that night. I don't have any regrets. More so concerns. Shout out to Melina, my little bestie boo. She got me hooked. I blame her. Anyways, I just posted the Patreon rewards to patrons and everyone on Instagram, and we have 26 patrons, which is honestly mind-blowing. I think Patreon made a genius move by opening up free members, so those that can just follow along for free. I think that's what's making the biggest difference, and I think that's so fun. So even if you're not on a tier that offers mailed rewards, you can still have access to them in the secret Patreon shop, and I love that. It's so fun. It's a more intimate way to be a part of a creatives community, and it's bringing all the good vibes. I'm also on my second coffee of the day. I had coffee with my dad this morning, caught up with him for a little bit, which was nice. And I have to make another coffee, right? But yeah, it was really sunny. I spent some time outside this morning and now it's raining. So if that isn't the typical Florida day, I don't know what is. So my main priority for today, I do need to film my exclusive monthly podcast for Patreon members, but I also need to make some art. I have made almost nothing this week. Literally almost nothing besides an entire farm on Stardew Valley, but that's besides the point, okay? I actually need to make art with my hands or I think I might go crazy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I got some new micron pins that I wanna try out and test out. I think I may have said this, I can't remember. I really wanna get into tattooing this year. Just fake skin. I'm not looking to tattoo any real human being. I just think it would be kind of fun to step into that medium. So I invested in a fake tattoo machine. It's with a pen, like with ink, so it mimics a tattoo machine but with a pen, so I can practice on paper. I did a pre-order though, so it'll be shipped out sometime in January, so I'll probably receive it in February, but I'm really excited about that. So I got some micron pens to also just focus on like dot work, so that I'm also used to doing it with just my hand. But yeah, I want to try out different styles. Like I said, I want to really figure out and hone in on what I like and what I don't like and define my style a little bit more this year. And the only way to do that is define what I like and what I don't like. Also, very random, I am noticing the evolution of me just as a person, because all I have in my office and in my space is a lot of warm tones mixed with cool tones. Now, I don't usually like warm tones mixed with cool tones. Specifically, I've always hated the colors green and orange. For a majority of my life, orange was like a vibe for a little bit, but for the most part, green and orange were just not it. This is kind of what I thought of when I saw green and orange, and I didn't like it. But I have found a perfect mood. I filled my space with always like a lot of plants. That's been a normal thing, so it's been a lot of cooler tones like greens and whites and grays and blacks and things like that. But lately, the lighting that I have been adding is a vibe up in here. So this is kind of what I'm seeing now with greens and oranges. I just felt like sharing that because I just feel like it's kind of relatable. Like there's a way to mix contrasting colors to make them a whole mood. And the second thing that's kind of random that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if any of you out there do sketchbooking or anything like that, but I have always been so inspired by Max's journal and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. If you don't know, this is what his journal looked like, and I have always been absolutely obsessed with it for some reason. I've always wanted a journal to look like this. There's just something really like yummy about it. Like I just love it. It feels right. It looks good. I can't explain it in words. So I'm trying to stick to one sketchbook. I've kind of just like went through a lot of sketchbooks over the year. I'm not happy with some of the things in them, but I'm really starting to be okay with bad art, which again, I don't even know if bad art exists, but in my head, I've made levels of how good or bad my art is. So I'm allowing myself and giving myself permission to make bad art so that I open myself up to see that making any art is the reward. So Max's sketchbook is the vibe we're going for. Plants and warm tones, the vibe we're going for. Anywho, that's just my random rant. I'm going to continue drinking my coffee. I packed up some orders this morning, so I need to get those out, but I just need to make some art. So I'm documenting it to hold myself accountable so that I make sure that I make some art. So yeah, join me. Also, quick little behind the scenes explanation of the February Patreon reward. I have been doing a lot of household item studies, particularly chairs, lamps, and bags. I've been really liking bags, doing different perspective, textures, fabrics, things like that, and kind of challenging myself in that area. So if you're wondering why February's Patreon reward is a bunch of chairs, lamps, and bags, that's why. Just a little backstory preface. I just wanted to make sure I finish off the video by saying thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, comment a little fern emoji. I think no matter how many different styles or different studies that I do, I'm always gonna go back to florals and botanicals, specifically botanicals. I really like different leaves and drawing different greenery, but I can hang with florals too. That was one of my like most favorite journal pages I've done in a minute. And I also really love this pen. This is a new pen that I got. It's this micron pen called the Pigma brush. It has a literal like brush tip and I love it. That was the best pen I've used to do something so free. I feel like that's the one thing with florals and botanicals is that you can be so free with it. Everything just kind of flows because not a single leaf is perfect. Nothing looks the same. It can be kind of messy. It can be kind of free, I guess. So it's a lot easier to draw. It makes me feel more free as I'm drawing. Another thing I always realize that I forget to do is introduce myself. Hi, my name is Lexi. I'm an artist based in Florida. I'm known here as Lexi Dahlia. However, my Instagram, Patreon, my little artist business is Mindful Living. All of my work is all centered around helping others navigate the human experience a little bit more mindfully. But that is all I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed. Again, comment a little fern emoji if you made it this far. A big shout out to my Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. Overall, I hope this inspired you to go create and make art for the sake of making art. Be free with it, stop giving yourself so many rules, and ultimately have fun. But yeah, sending you all so much love, and I will see you in the next one.